Hey, Purpose Peep, let's unlock human design and gene keys, also known as your energetic blueprints and your path to purpose journey. Let's get at it. By the way, I'm Dena Wiggins, Purpose Doula and Unlocking Facilitator. Let's get started. So, human design is a transmission, meaning that its origin is from the state of a download. And so, a download, if you're not familiar with that term, is when something kind of comes into your consciousness. So, you didn't read a book, you didn't go get a class or a certification. It was something that was kind of entrusted to you to kind of come through you for you to share with others. So, and many traditions have to do with transmissions and transmitting ancient knowledge and understanding. And so it's a beautiful, sacred experience. And that's the origin story of human design. And human design is all about your energy or your energetic blueprint and understanding the nature of your sparks. So all sparks, our inner sparks, we may all have them. We all have them. But the nature of them is different. And so this transmission helps you to understand that. And why I love it and it's so juicy to me is because it's about its origin story is also something that I stand on 10 toes. I stand on this, which is that the ancient wisdom traditions were meant to complement one another. And so this is an example of wisdom traditions and understandings from around the world that come together in this transmission to help us to understand the story of our energetic blueprint. So it's an origin story that really allows you to be in your agency in terms of how you integrate this information or how the information lives and flourishes through you. So I love that we have so much awareness about energy these days, and we talk about and we understand it from a somatic experience. So we understand when we are in flow state, we understand when we're sparked, we understand what that feels like energetically, and we also understand when we have a different experience, which can feel like burnout, which can feel like depletion, which can feel like an energy suck. And so this transmission helps us to understand that without villainizing each other and really allowing us to do that with compassionate understanding of what's really happening with my energy within myself and what's really happening when I engage with other people. And so it's really informative. And so when we understand our energy exchange and where we have a sustaining energy, where we're open to experiences, we can have a different experience in life. And like my mentor in human design says that, that sustainable transformation is when we can tell ourselves a different story. So I like telling myself a different story that's not theoretical, but it's really something that lives in me. So it has legs, it has meaning, it holds me. It's home within me. And so that in a 30,000 foot view is kind of, what human design is about. So energy, energetic blueprint, spark, how we can engage with each other, what we came here, the encoding that we came in to being with. And a part of that was happening when we were still cooking before we were born, about 3 months before we were born. And another part of it is how we were encoded energetically when we came into being. And so in order to get your human design chart, you need to know where you were born. You need to know the day obviously, and the hour and the minute. Okay? So when we're talking about gene keys takes one of those wisdom traditions and it really extrapolates it or expands it. And it allows you to understand your genetic blueprint. So we have energetic blueprint and we have genetic blueprint. This is why it's called gene keys. This is another transmission that happened that continued to unfold over the years. And it allowed the caretaker for this transmission to see that there are multiple expressions within Gene Keys that talk to each other. So it starts with your core genius, which relates to human design, and it also shows you your the journey of your heart. So really being able to kind of unpack, our unpack our heart, unpack some of our wounds. It is really, really powerful to understand that some things that we experience are not just what we experienced at face value, but some things were ours to experience. So it's a little strange. It doesn't mean that we were meant to be hurt or we were meant to experience some challenging things, but it does give us insight to the spectrum of lived experiences. And so I really love this because a part of the frameworks that I create, Unlock the Keys to Your Success and Turn Them into Results, and everything is about unlocking you. So unlocking your experiences, unlocking what the experiences came to bear. And so this has a really cool alignment. What I also love about Gene Keys is that it shows you how the some of our challenges, and so many people when they get curious about purpose, when they go back and they tell you their purpose story, a lot of them talk about how something happened, they got cracked open in a way through some type of challenge or a major life experience. And so what Gene Keys does is it tells you that it allows you to invite the challenging, the shadow parts of ourselves and of our lives, and understand that they're the things that feed our gardens of possibility. So it's from these shadows that we kind of grow in our compassion with ourselves and with others, that lead us to our gifts, the discovery of our gifts, and the highest expression of those gifts. And so I absolutely love Gene Keys for this. It reminds me of the beautiful saying by Dr. Maya Angelou, where she talks about how everybody marvels at the butterfly, but few are curious about the journey to become that butterfly. And I know I'm paraphrasing terribly, but if we imagine that our purpose is this butterfly, but let's get curious about the journey, because it's going to help us to understand the butterfly. Not that it's pretty and we marvel at looking at it, but we understand the nuances about its purpose, because we understand where it came from. We understand the origin. We understand how, and then I love the story of the butterfly, and how all the different pieces from the transformation of the butterfly, you can see, and how they live within the realized version of the butterfly. So just so juicy. And so with both of these, they start with a chart that gives you some information that is based on the location, the date, and the timing of your birth. But it doesn't end that way. So how many times do we have a piece of paper or something? So I'm a strategist. How many times do we have something that we create that sits on a piece of paper? So the juicy part is the juicy part that happens within you, Purpose Peep, as you unlock this information. And how does it live in my life? How does it live in me? How does it unlock me and allow me to be in the closest, move into the closest proximity to the intention of my origin? Said differently, why I'm a purpose peep that's alive in the body that I'm in, gender, ethnicity, location, like all of that. And this allows you to tap into that. And to me, whether it's a positive experience or even a challenging experience, bringing a positive experience into form, it allows us to have this congruence, and allows us to have this authenticity within ourselves, and meaning that we can carry before the hopes that we carry come into realization. So here I am weaving in the Ikigai, because that's what we do here. All of these wisdom traditions, they all speak to each other and talk to each other and help us to understand different pieces to our life's mosaic, which in turn allows us to understand the life's mosaic of all of humanity. So juicy. So if any of this sparks you, and even if you've had an experience with human design and gene keys, here's an opportunity to experience it from within, to have an unlocking experience with it. And so if you do not already have your human design and gene keys charts, I would invite you to go to my human design and gene keys page on my website, because you can download a free human design chart there. And so you can find that at the bit.ly link, bit.ly / all caps HD and all caps all caps GK. Super, super easy. Now, once everybody has their charts, you can go to my app, Unlock Your Keys app, and that's available on your desktop, as well as through Apple and Google. So if you're like me and like you, the stuff that I download, I kind of know that I'm going to use it, and so I take my space seriously. Go have an experience with the desktop version, and go to the program, because there are 3 programs on the app currently. There is the Unlocking Your Inner Development Goals, which is super juicy and it's free. It is my gift to humanity, because these are the inner development goals that brilliant people around the world have said, you know what, if we focus on these, then we'll be better positioned to make changes before someone forces us to make changes in order to heal ourselves and to heal our planet. And we also have the 21-day boot camp, which kind of gives you a little smorgasbord about different unlocking techniques for your purpose. And then you also have unlocking as a practice. So go to unlocking as a practice. That's where you want to go. And what you'll find is that the modules, the introduction modules for human design, so that's the first module, is free. You know it's free because it has an open lock. So you do not have to subscribe or buy that program. So that is free. And also the unlocking module to Gene Keys is also free. So take your charts. Let's start to let this wisdom gain some roots with us. Let's start to have an experience unlocking them and see just what they offer to bear. See if there's a genuine spark there. There's more within the app. I also offer individual and group sessions, and so we can really delve into this and get into it. But this is one of those things where I really want to support you in starting to unlock this. So it won't be like the next thing of like, I'm looking for something to prove who I am. I'm looking for something to prove that I'm special. I'm looking for something. No, this is something that will connect you to your authenticity. You are an amazing purpose peep. Let's unlock more and more of what type of amazing you are. All right, Purpose Peep, until next time, hope to see you soon.